So, good morning. And on Wednesday morning, before sunrise Eastern Standard Time, it was reported that um, North Korea has sent special forces troops to aid in Communist Putin's invasion of Ukraine. And it has also been reported that Communist Putin has allowed Communist North Korea to amass more than 15,000 troops along the border shared between Russia and South Korea. This is problematic for the United States of America. It is problematic for us as Americans. First is we are in an armistice with North Korea. We have never finalized and finished a treaty with North Korea to end the war with North Korea. The Korean War is technically still in effect, and anyone that has ever served in the United States military knows this because they have the ability to join the veterans of foreign wars still, because it is still considered for active foreign war, even though we are in armistice. So sending troops to an active military skirmish, regardless of whether we're in it or not, is technically a breach of the armistice, which is basically they stay within their own damn borders, period. The second problem for the United States of America and for us as Americans is that the amassing of troops with Communist Putin's approval along the Russian border with South Korea as a threat to South Korea's security is not just a threat to South Korea, it is a threat to the United States of America's national security, because the early warning system that we use to protect the 48 continental United States and our allies is in South Korea. We maintain it in South Korea because it allows us more warning time than the system that we used to maintain in Adak, Alaska. These are all public facts. I'm not telling you anything that you couldn't look up and know. Most people don't know because most people don't think of North Korea as a threat. And if I'm being honest, neither do I normally. However, after I read these reports, I went immediately to read some of the conservative think tanks that normally deal with our national security. They usually do public reports. Yes, they do private eyes only reports too, but they usually do public reports that, deal with these facts that I already told you that are public knowledge at this point. And what put me off was how their reports basically acknowledge that Communist Putin, Communist China, and Communist North Korea have become a Communist Axis ally. They are a collective. But they downplay the threat, saying that these three communist countries are not really organized. They aren't really a real threat because they don't really work together. Sending troops all the way to the Med and troops amassing almost on the opposite side of the world, an entire continent in between, almost to the Pacific Ocean, seems pretty coordinated to me. Why are we facing this problem? We are facing this problem because of number 45. Period. That orange clown created this problem. He has praised publicly communist Herr Putin so much that on a global scale, he has made not just himself, look like a weakling willing to drop down and suck Putin off on camera. He has made the entire United States look like we are weak and stupid, dumb Americans, because of how much he has kissed communists' asses publicly over and over and over again. He has kissed the communist president's ass over and over publicly. And then he's argued with him because, he couldn't get the money he wanted from China and the financial deals he wanted from China. But he has kissed publicly North Korea's communist leader. Oh, he's great. We're in love. We're in love. And he certainly has kissed Communist Putin's hind end over and over and over and over and over again. He has 50% of Americans sounding so stupid and so divided that they will literally praise Putin while claiming they hate communists. We look stupid and weak. And on top of it, he has all of us arguing over less than 11 million people. We are 335 million plus people strong. 241 million adults are registered voters in the United States. There are more than 260 million Americans, adult Americans, ready to fight if we need them. We are a mammoth behemoth normally, united. But he's got us divided and looking weak because we want to argue over whether or not less than 11 million people are a problem for 335 million plus of us. We look weak. We look divided. We look petty. We look fearful, afraid of less than 11 million people when we're 335 million plus strong. So, of course, the communist axis has gained power and united, and China is holding North Korea's leash usually, but now all of a sudden they're breaking the armistice. They're posing a real threat to our ally that is pivotal in our national security. I have absolutely no doubt that if that orange clown were to get elected again, he'll roll over and beg Putin to rub his belly. That communist is laughing his ass off every single time that orange idiot sings his praises. And he's laughing at us, every last one of us. Doesn't matter if you voted for that orange bozo or not. He's still on the ballot, ain't he? Do I believe that a President Harris, that I believe that she would be the leader that would put this communist effort to take over our planet, to take over Eastern Europe again, to take over country, our national security ally in South Korea? Do I believe that she is capable? We don't know. She's not been put to that threat yet. What we do know about her is she's a great leader, and she will listen to other people, and she will listen to those right-wing think tanks if those classified eyes-only documents say what I think they say. Because those public documents make it sound like we're a bunch of pussies that think that those three aren't organized, but somehow they can manage to put, troops on both sides of two different continents. No problem? Like that? Come on. Those eyes-only reports from those think tanks better be way, way less far-right bullshit and way more national security. But do I think that she has got what it takes? Well, I'm going to say it myself. And those of you that know me personally know There was a day and time that when I went silent, you got the fuck away from me. And there's a lot of you that have recently experienced where I've gone silent on you and I have nothing to do with you anymore. I have nothing to say to you. Most of you realize that I'm scarier when I got nothing to say to you. One of my best friends has always said, when I go silent, she knows that I'm preparing to fight. And that's who I am. And I do believe that President Harris would be a fighter. I believe that she would listen to the leadership of these national security advisors, that she would listen to the expertise. And I have zero faith in that orange clown. He can't even put on makeup correctly. So it's a question of this at this point. Are we really Americans who believe in democracy? Or are we going to let the communist Putin, communist Russia, communist North Korea, and communist China run rampant over our country? A vote for Donald Trump is a vote for Putin, is a vote for communists to take over the world. He's made it very clear he'll kiss their asses till the sun doesn't shine. Our only other choice is President Harris. That's our choices.